Hello everyone, and welcome to my EastEnders Media News channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. After watching EastEnders, Jay Brown now knows why Nadine Keller attempted to con him. Jay's stepson Lexi Pierce collaborated with the Back Again's Stevie Mitchell earlier this week to demonstrate that Nadine had been lying about her pregnancy the entire time. Nadine attempted to persuade Jay and his family that her fictitious pregnant bump was not what it looks like in the opening scene of this Thursday's, May 2nd, episode. "I was aware of your deceit. You're unwell," Nadine was scolded by Lexi. Jay rejected Nadine's attempts to defend herself and offer an apology. Nadine had tried to bribe Stevie with money, which he flung on the ground. He sneered and said to Nadine, just in case the padding weren't enough. Billy and the rest of the family attempted to console Jay, but he remained silent as Nadine hurried out of the Vic. Eventually, on his own, he stormed out of the tavern. When he finally gave Nadine a chance to talk, she told him how she had been studying with her friend Olivia to obtain her legal degree. Viewers have observed Olivia surreptitiously meeting with Nadine. Olivia was threatening to expose Nadine's history as a drug user and sex worker unless she was paid to keep quiet, Nadine disclosed. Nadine declared, "She was going to ruin my life." Jay threatened to call the police and wouldn't accept her explanation. He did not go so far as to contact the police, but he did laugh in Nadine's face when she said she would reimburse him. Nadine attempted to substantiate her sob story, but Jay showed no interest in viewing any of her supporting documentation. "The money is yours to keep. Simply leave," he insisted. Nadine said, "Jay, I'll never forgive myself for this," as she turned to go. Everything. Later, Billy and Phil reminded Jay that Lexi needed him in an attempt to talk him out of going off the deep end with drink. When Jay implied that Lexi would be much better off without him, they were taken aback. Simultaneously, Stevie encountered Nadine on the square. Nadine, who was crying, urged Stevie to make sure Jay was being taken care of. "Sometimes, good people get hurt so much they forget who they are," he was informed by Nadine. Later on, Stevie would discover Jay, who he met in Peggy's, about to relapse on the car lot by doing drugs with Ivy. He tried to talk to Jay about all of the stress from the previous year after sending Ivy on her way. Stevie clarified that he wanted to set Jay straight before he continued down a dark path because the loss of his son Charlie years ago sent him down a similar path. Stevie urged, "You are deserving and it's not too late to remember that." At the end of the show, Jay and Stevie made their way back to Lexi, giving Billy Mitchell second thoughts about severing their father's relationship. Spoilers for this Wednesday's, May 1st, episode of EastEnders, which hasn't yet broadcast on BBC One, are below. The most recent episode of EastEnders uncovered Nadine Keller's massive baby deception. Jay Brown's life was completely turned upside down recently by Nadine, who reconnected with him and said she was expecting his child. Jay was first hesitant to assist Nadine financially, but he ultimately warmed up to the notion of having a kid with her. But as time went on, it became evident that Nadine had faked her pregnancy in order to escape financial pressure from an unknown woman named Olivia. Billy's estranged father, Stevie, arrived on Wednesday, which caused Nadine's scheme to unravel. The episode can be seen on BBC iPlayer. Billy was incensed when Stevie showed up at his house without warning and told him to leave right away. Billy resisted Honey and Lexi's attempts to persuade him to give Stevie a chance, insisting he didn't want to know. When Lexi surreptitiously sought his assistance with Jay, who was not buying her story that she had witnessed Nadine consuming alcohol, Stevie was able to find a means to strengthen his relationship with the family. After seeing Nadine's covert meeting with Olivia, Stevie pushed her to get a DNA test and later became wary of her actions. Nadine started moving her fake baby belly awkwardly after seeing Olivia again, not realizing Stevie was observing. After realizing she had been exposed, Nadine offered Stevie hush money before they all went to the Vic to patch things up with Billy, Jay, and Lexi. Billy and Phil insisted that Stevie was bad news, thus things at the pub didn't go as Stevie had hoped. Feeling frustrated, Stevie furiously revealed Nadine's fictitious baby bulge to the whole family, including Jay. Natalie Cassidy, an actress from EastEnders, is speechless by her new project's success. The first episode of the actor's new podcast, Life with Nat, which she launched yesterday, April 25th, debuted at the top of the podcast ratings. The actor plays Sonia Fowler in the BBC serial opera. In an Instagram video, Natalie expressed her amazement and thankfulness for the news while speaking directly to the camera. "Morning all," she said. "I just woke up to the sound of fiancé Mark's shoulder tapping. You're at the top of the charts. I am the best. It's absurd. As per the podcast chart, I am at the top. I really appreciate you listening. We're going to laugh a lot, so this will be enjoyable. Thank you so much for everything. For once, I can't say anything. Cheers to Friday." Natalie expressed her happiness with the podcast's success in the post's caption, writing, "#1 in the podcast charts. Utterly absurd, and I'm in complete awe of the encouragement and remarks I've received. It merely goes to show that everything is possible if you have a strong passion for something, a dream, and persistence. I now have to maintain it on the charts." Natalie received a ton of love and support in the post's comments section, including from her co-stars on EastEnders. Denise Fox's actor Diane Parrish remarked, "Woot woot," and Zach Hudson's actor James Farrar wrote, "#1 Arnett." Comedians Rob Beckett and Josh Widdicombe, hosts of the popular podcast Parenting Hell, also congratulated Natalie on her accomplishment by leaving comments on her page. In the meantime, Sonia and her partner Rice Caldwell learned the exciting news that she is expecting in this week's episodes of EastEnders. The couple has tried to conceive and has had IVF treatment, but they are uncertain if it will be successful after some recent failures. In the previous year, he also starred in a single episode of the Death in Paradise spin-off, Beyond Paradise. Fans may also recall that he and partner Nadia Bichkova advanced to the quarterfinals of Strictly Come Dancing in 2017. Speaking on his departure from EastEnders, Devoot acknowledged how much he would miss his role as Kush but expressed gratitude for the dramatic plot that allowed him to make history as the show's first-ever character to die in this manner. Thanks for watching if you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't miss any updates.